Hello guys! For today's video tutorial, we are going to learn how to solve functions using the product and quotient rule. Let's get started!
For today's learning targets, we will define the product rule, apply the product rule, define the quotient rule, and apply the quotient rule.
So now, let us move on and start with the product rule. The product rule of differentiation is a formula used to find the derivative of the product of two functions. To differentiate a product rule of two functions, such as f of x and g of x, we follow this rule. So the derivative of f prime of x times the original g of x plus the derivative of g prime of x times the original f of x. In our first example, we see that there are two terms combined by multiplication operation. So we are going to use the product rule. So the first step in solving this problem is to get the derivative of f of x and g of x. So as we can see in the screen, f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 and g of x is equals to x cubed. So we get the derivative of f of x, which is equal to 2x minus 1, and f prime of x is equal to 2, which is its derivative. So g of x is equal to x cubed, so its derivative is 3x squared. Moving forward, by following the formula above, we see that f prime of x is multiplied with the original g of x. So we get f prime of x, which is equal to 2, and we get the value of g of x, which is x cubed. Next, we get the g prime of x multiplied with the original f of x. So g prime of x is equal to 3x squared times the original f of x, which is 2x minus 1. So our last step in our solution is to simplify and combine like terms. So as we can see in our screen, 2x cubed can be added to 6x cubed. So they are equal to, or it is equal to, 8x cubed minus 3x squared.
Now, we have our example number 2. Our function y equals 4x squared minus 4 and x squared minus 4x. Get its derivatives. So, the derivative of 4x squared minus 4 would be 8x because 2 times 4 is equal to 8 and 4 will be equal into 0. Next is the g of x, 2x minus 4 because 2 bring down the 2 and then we cancel the x. Following our formula, we shall arrange this function. F prime of x, it will be 8x, we put it there. G of x, x squared minus 4x, plus g prime of x, our g prime of x is 2x minus 4, then followed by f of x, it will be 4x squared minus 4. Now let us apply multiplication. 8x times x squared would be 8x cubed because in the rule of multiplying with exponents, we will just add the exponents. Next would be 8x times negative 4x would be negative 32x squared. Plus, in here we will use the FOIL method. So 2x times 4x squared would be 8x cubed. 2x times negative 4 would be negative 8x. Negative 4 times 4x squared would be negative 16x squared. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Shall combine the like term. 8x cubed plus 8x cubed, 16x cubed. Negative 32x squared plus minus 16x squared, it will be negative 48x squared. Now we will just copy the 8x and 16. And there you have it. That's how you solve functions using product rule.
Moving on, the quotient rule of differentiation is a formula used to find the derivative of the quotient of two functions, where we let u and v be a function of x, and where u and v and the derivative of u and v are the numerator and the denominator is v squared. Example number 1 is f of x is equal to x squared plus 4 over 3x plus 5. To get our derivative, be reminded that our u variable is always the numerator and the v variable is always the denominator. Next, we apply our formula. Our v times the derivative of our u minus u times the derivative of v all over v squared. Now, we multiply. 2x times 3x is equal to 6x squared plus 2x times 5 is equal to 10x minus 3 times x squared is equal to 3x squared plus 3 times 4 is equal to 12 all over 3x plus 5 squared. As you can see, we have a negative sign here or subtraction. We need to distribute our negative sign, making it 6x squared plus 10x minus 3x squared minus 12 all over 3x plus 5 squared. Next, we combine like terms. As you can see, we have 6x squared and negative 3x squared. What we're going to do is to subtract these two. So 6x squared minus 3x squared will give us 3x squared. And then simply copy 10x and negative 12. F prime of x is equal to 3x squared plus 10x minus 12 over 3x plus 5 squared. There you have it.
So we have here another example on how to get the derivative of a function using quotient rule, where y is equals to 3x squared plus 2x all over 2x plus 4. So next, we get the derivative of our u and v variables, where u is 3x squared plus 2x and its derivative is 6x plus 2. And our v variable is 2x plus 4 and its derivative is 2. So next is we substitute the function using the formula u dv minus v du all over v squared. So our v is 2x plus 4 times our du 6x plus 2 minus our u 3x squared plus 2x times our dv 2 all over 2x plus 4 squared. So 2x plus 4 times 6x plus 2 is equals to 12x squared plus 4x plus 24x plus 8. And then 3x squared plus 2x times 2 is equals to 6x plus 4 all over 2x plus 4 squared. Next is we distribute the negative signs on each function. We combine like terms. So 12x squared minus 6x squared is equals to 6x squared. And then 4x minus 4x is 0. Just simply copy 24x plus 8 all over 2x plus 4 squared. And this is our final answer.
To summarize it all, the formula used in product rule is the derivative f prime of x times the original g of x plus the derivative of g prime of x times the original f of x. And the formula used in quotient rule, where we let u and v be a function of x, and where u, v, and the derivative of uv are the numerators, and v squared will be the denominator.
Now, it's your time to answer. For product rule, you will answer this. Y equals 6x squared minus 9 and x cubed minus 7x. For quotient rule, you will answer f of x is equal to 5x cubed plus 10 over 7x.
I hope you learned something from our video. Power!
Apply the product rule.
Of the fruit.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Up.
Plus 4 plus 2x. The function of x were.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
X times negative 4 8x cubed Hi mga ka-wonder! B.
3x is 3 and... What?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Where we let u and b...
2x minus 16x squared.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yo, how is this, bro?